Let's take a look and see how to do the preview terminology activity. That's activity 1. So we need to get the template. To do that, you need to log into your Google Drive and make a copy. Or you can just download the file and work on it on your own computer. But I'm in my Google Drive, so let me go ahead and click on the link, select the link, and yes, make a copy. Now I've got my very own copy, and on my very own copy, I can put my name and my W number. And that goes on each page. Okay? So I can do a Control C. I can go type it in everywhere, or I can delete and copy. And so on and so forth. So lots of ways. However you get that done is however you happen to work in Google Drive. So the first thing to do, or the next thing to do after we've done that, let's come back and take a look. Figure out what I already know and what I don't know. And how much doesn't matter to my grade. It's just a process I'm going through. So, do I know anything about an existing site? Well, I have done work on these. Most of mine are going to be these number 4s. So I'm going to put one in there. Whoops, I popped down to the bottom. Entrance tracking. I know a lot about that too. I've worked with that. So I highlight the one that describes it. Control C, Control V. Move it into place. Now, if you don't know what something is, just say so. Many of you won't know what any of these things are. Just want to see this nice visual, and you'll go through each slide to do that. Okay, so that's the first thing to do. Read it and see if you can figure out if you know something about existing sites and entrance tracking and preserve and LID retention pods, all this kind of stuff. And if you don't know anything, you know no knowledge, put a 1 in each of these. If you've sort of maybe heard about some of it, you can put a 2. If you've actually been and seen one or something about it, and if you've actually worked on it yourself. Okay, so you'll do that for every single one. Then we want to get some images to fill this up. So in number 1, I put existing site because that goes with number 1. So here I go. Go into good old Google, existing site, images. Okay, well, here's a bunch of stuff about existing site. Okay, and I could say that this has to do with construction. Oh, that's kind of cool. Now I'm getting some really cool stuff. I like this. Major construction to begin soon. It's not really the existing site. Stuff is already on it. So maybe that's not the best one to use. This one looks kind of like an existing site where they're just getting ready to start working. Okay, so the existing site, pre-construction. Okay, so there's all sorts of things. Just find an image that makes sense to you. Not getting all that many great images. Let's look at getting ready to dig. Those are all kind of cool. Existing footing. Look at all this great stuff I'm finding. So anyway, you can just start looking around and find something that looks like an existing site. Something that makes you think of that. I'm going to take this one. I like that. That looks like an existing site right there. Right click, copy the image, and I can paste it. However you do, cut and paste. Now, do a nice job. Center it up if you can. Since these are round, I can make this round too. Let's see if I can figure out how to find that. If I go to my click on the image, I think I should be able to do a crop on that. But I'm not seeing all of the things that I normally like to see up here. So I can go in and I can eventually look and do some cropping and sharing and formatting and stuff like that. It's not letting me format right now. Borders, format options. I can put drop shadows on. All kinds of stuff that I can do. Okay, so there we go. That is the first part of it. You'll go through the whole thing. It's quite a bit of work here. There's a lot of terminology for you to learn. And when you're done, it saves itself automatically. You'll want to download as a PDF. And that is what gets turned in for the work.